All right, y'all. While we get connected, we'd like to appreciate y'all for joining back into the Who Abouts.
Hey,
I'm one of your hosts, Doc Freeman. I'm joined here by the videographer, producer, the man with many hats, and they all fit because he's just dope like that. Jasper, what's going on, brother?
what's up, fam? Thanks for having me, and glad to be in this picture, man.
Hey, most definitely, most definitely. Our special guest today, y'all, is Mouth. Straight out of Strong Island, Long Island, aka Strong Island. And as soon as we get connected here, we'll link y'all right into it. So just take a couple of seconds and we'll be right back.
You can hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. I'm tuned in. We're shaking.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just be advised, you're slightly dark on your end, man. But other than that, we do see you and hear you.
All right, hold on. Let me turn this light on.
Jasper, you gonna go ahead with the dark skin jokes.
Yep, I caught that too.
It's all good, man. I mean, hey, man. Every now and then, it's big ups to the milk chocolate brothers out there, man.
Yo, I caught that. All right. Yeah.
Yo, this
Let's
is so
go.
dope, man. This is so dope. Yeah, so this is our second member of the Monopoly family that's joined us. The first time it was your brother John Jiggs. Shout out to him. So yeah, so we want to know what's shaking as far as this music right now, man. You got some bangers out right now. You've been putting out bangers, and I think I even seen it before MJ had put something out. But the first question that I want to get to before we get to your music, and I'm sure the people that aren't familiar want to know about it, is where did you get your name from?
I knew you was gonna say that. Everybody say that.
It's dope. It's super dope, but people are like, what? So we gonna get the origin story today, y'all.
All right. My name. I used to go by FP, full pressure.
Okay.
When I went, when I was younger, about 21 years old, I got locked up. I got sent up north, and an old timer gave me that name. One day we was all in the bathroom, a whole bunch of us young kids rhyming. He was like, after we was rhyming, I used to have a missing tooth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In the front. So dude was like, yo, the way you rhyme, you just say anything, but it sound crazy and good, man. Your name shouldn't be FP. I'm like, that's my name. I'm not, I'm not changing that. He's like, nah, it should be like, you just say the foulest shit. Like this, your name should be foul mouth. I'm like, man, I'm not naming my name now. You bugging OG. Like, me. But I thought about it for like maybe like a good, about a good couple of weeks. And I called back home to my people, like, yo, this OG up here was like, y'all should change my name to foul mouth. And they was like, nah, son. I'm like, yo, I kind of like it though. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty dope.
yeah.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
came out. But when I got home, long story short, when I got home, I'm like, all right, I used the foul mouth. I'm like, yo, that's too long. I want to just use the mouth. And the way I broke it down into the separate M.O.U.F, I was listening to Drake one day,
Mm-hmm.
and Drake was like, yo, Drake stand for do right and kill everything. I'm like,
Mm.
I'm like, I like that. I
See, you
said, hold
put me
on.
on to that because I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that ass. One of his joints, he said Drake stand for do right and kill everything. I'm like, I like how he did that. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want my name just to be Mouth because I had Googled it and I seen a lot of people with the name Foul Mouth. And I'm like, all right, how can I switch minds up like that and use it as a, you know what I mean?
Right, right, right.
So I'm like, I'm playing with it, and I came up with that right there. Mouth, move over, you finish.
Nice.
I like that. I like you could take that into any arena too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Any arena,
nice.
it works. It works multi-directional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whole fact.
It definitely establishes you too from everybody else, man. Like there's no way that can be duplicated at all,
Well,
man.
I appreciate it, brother. I definitely appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit more about your comings here, because from what I understand, like you actually were in the BX for a portion of your life, as well as Long Island. Or were you ever in Long Island?
Yeah, I'm in Long Island now.
Okay.
I was born and raised in the Bronx and in Harlem, Hunter National Convent, and I lived in the Bronx at on Webster Avenue and Washington Avenue, 171st. You know what I mean? And then my mom, we lived in River Park Towers. Then my mom's, we moved out here to Long Island. So my family and everybody's still out there in the city. You know what I mean? But we out here in Long Island. And as far as me getting into music, my brother, when we lived in the Bronx, he was a DJ.
Mm.
He used to lock me in his room and make me listen to him DJ.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds like some Big Brother stuff.
At least he had an audience for sure, man.
That ass. He used to make me like, he used to lock me in and make me listen till it came to a point where he ain't have to lock me in no more. He'd be DJing with the door closed. I just walk in like, you ain't gotta lock me in no more. I want to hear it. Like, I like it now. You done turned me on to something I like. You know what I mean?
Right. That's like your parents sending you to your room. It's like, you should have sent me to your room.
Yeah, thanks. That's a fact. You should have sent me to your room. It would have been a punishment. What? You sent me to the room. What? I'm good. Word.
Yo, so it's I mean, yo, I want to jump into this. I know it's real premature, but this new joint that I peeped out, Thoughts of Her, man, yo, that right there, like, I like how you did it, like, on a grown man level.
Facts.
You know, because it's like one of those things. Like, a lot of times, you know, you definitely like to see, you know, the range and everything, but where's that one section for us where it's just like, I wouldn't have said that to my girl that way. I can look at what you're saying and be like, yeah, I would have definitely said that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Your perspective for real, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what it is? That joint right there, man, it's like, I wrote that like to show like the diversity, to show the good music, to show that I could put some of what I've been through in life in there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my raps, a lot of my music be reality music. You know what I mean? I write about what I'm dealing with, what I'm going through. You know what I mean? So that song is like, it's a reality song. So on top of being a reality song is, I know somebody else that's have been through that type of, you know what I mean? That type of lane. But they nowadays is, if you make that kind of music, you soft, son. You soft. You can't rap it like that. Nah, nah, bro. I don't care what you think. I'm gonna give it to you all.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it to you for the grown-ups, the grown men, the grown women. Like, and I got so many new followers because of that song.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of new followers because of that song. Meaning, like, a lot of people hit me, was like, yo, man, like older people, they was like, yo, you brought back the feeling of the 90s so crazy with that song, man. Like,
yeah,
I haven't heard nothing like this in forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That Method Man and Mary J. Blige type vibe. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there it is, right there. Yep.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, they was like, yo, I got so many people like hit me like, yo, bro, thank you, appreciate it, man. I respect that it's still artists out there on that vibe. I'm like, yeah, bro, like, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is.
So, would you say that this is more of a transformation, or you just like, you know, you doing like, you know, I got to use magic. You doing like magic and just playing different positions. You had it locked back there. You just decided to start showing some range, taking them 3-pointers.
You know what it is? I always like if you listen to my albums I got out, my thing is with music, everybody's rapping.
Yeah.
Anybody can rap. And when I say that, Dr. Seuss is rapping.
Yeah.
Anybody can rap. You know what I mean? Read a Dr. Seuss book. The cat jumped out the hat and he went to the back. And everybody grabbed.
Bars.
Yeah, boss. You know what I mean? Oh, now this dude's got bars. Hold on. You know what I mean? Anybody can rap. And that's what you know what I mean? But the thing is, it's like anybody can rap, but can you make me feel like I'm walking with you in that story? Can I take you from where you at right now and make you feel like you right here next to me?
Yeah.
That's my thing with my music.
And there's something powerful behind that, man, because that kind of in a way brings some people kind of into the light of being a better person and just kind of looking at ways they can handle things differently, man. It adds a value to somebody's life when you not only are just, like you said, just rapping for the sake of bars, but you're telling a story too that really is connecting to a lot of people, man. Even if I'm not from the Bronx at all, but like Doc said, man, I felt that thing when I was listening to, like, yeah.
That's what I want right there. That's what I want right there. That you be like, yo, man, I listen to that song, man, and man, bro, you really hold on, you hit home. You know what I mean? You hit home. I had somebody tell me, a guy downloaded my song, bought my song, and on Bandcamp, you could leave a message when somebody copied your song. And I read the message. It said, yo, man, I really appreciate this song. It's what I'm going through now. And to hear this song, man, you hit it spot on. It's really hit home. I really appreciate it. Keep doing your thing. I'm like, wow, somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He felt like telling his girl that, but he didn't know how to say it. So he was probably set his girl down and was like, yo, listen to this. I want you to listen because it's how I feel about you. That's what I do it for right there.
Yeah, you got him a hall pass for like a whole week.
Yeah, man.
You understand what I'm saying?
That and free lunch too, man.
Word. But that right there, that's what I do it for. He got the whole pass for the whole week. Yeah, he good. He good. You know what I mean? Word.
So another thing that I think is dope, and I'm just going off of what you had mentioned about the '90s and whatnot. Freestyle was such a big thing in the '90s. Not to say that it wasn't in any other era, but it's just like any radio station you go to, like you got rap now, right?
Yeah.
Whether it be some of the greats, to like even some of just local stations. You go to community colleges and stuff like that. They already got it set up for you. So I've been noticing that you've been doing these freestyles, and these freestyles will pop up online. I'm like, okay, this is very important because like with the mixtape era, it was just like, okay, you got an album, but before the album would come out, you would have the mixtape. You would have a couple mixtapes. And then you would have some singles, the teasers, and then the maxi singles, which would definitely break me before I knew the difference. Because you wind up spending like $5-6 or something like that, and you could just wind up and get something like, the whole mixtape, or just get vinyl, at different spots and stuff like that. So I wanted to talk to you about that. So as far as staying up with with posting freestyles and stuff like that, is that more for your exercise, more for your motivation, or more in the sense of just keeping yourself out there so people know that, okay, this is still real. I'm still on my job.
I mean, I think for me, I think it's like both. It's like an exercise. To be honest, I miss those days that you just said. Mm-hmm. I miss the mixtape era where, all right, you got your album, but we need to build up to the album. Mm. I miss that. I miss the freestyles. Yo, son, he just killed beat. Oh, you heard son on this beat? He just smoked that. Mm-hmm. I miss that. Like, that's my thing. So when I do my little freestyles here and there, when I post them, I do it for me, my exercise, and I also do it for people who still enjoy it.
Mm. Yes.
You know what I mean? People that look for that. People like, yeah, all right, I already respect your music. I know you go in, but let me hear what else you got before that album come. Make me want that album. Mm. You know what I mean? Make me want that. Make me be like, you know what? I'm checking for that album. Cause I need that. Cause he just smoked this one's beat, or smoked this one's beat, or smoked such and such on his own song. I need that. I need his album.
Mm-hmm. And I can tell you set the bar like that too, because I think we share a favorite MC here. From what I understand, Redman's your favorite MC, right?
Top number one.
Shh. That dude, that dude can rhyme forever. He seems like, yo, if this was like middle school or something, there wouldn't be any other type of smoke from going to or from school. He would just probably just battle you all the way from school back home.
God,
Talk about your sneakers, what are those? You know, the whole nine.
oh nah, like I can't like if I could do a song with Redman, like man, that'd be Redman and Jadakiss is my two top artists. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Them they like I don't know. I those two guys I could pop in their CDs or listen to their albums and just not forward nothing. I just let it ride, let it play.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. Them guys go in, man, and I respect them because they've come a long way and they respect the craft. They genuinely respect the craft of hip hop artists writing good music, and I love that.
So as far as putting together a list or something like that, I'm not gonna bog you down with something like that. But if you were to do, because all three people, how you just mentioned yourself, Kiss, and Redman, y'all have a way of painting the picture. And Jasper, I know this is probably more of your expertise here because like with you being a film professional and everything, like that's very important when it comes down to anything, whether we're talking about hamburgers or whether we're talking about
Right.
what's going on, reporting the news from your side of town or something like that. So if you were to work with three three people to shoot, maybe a short film or a video for you, if you had your pick, who would they be?
What do you mean, like artists for me, artists to work with?
Yeah, like like how you got Hype Williams. Hype Williams got involved back in the day, and it's still involved, of course. And you just have tons of people you could choose from. You have him. You got Lena Waite. You got Director X. Like if you had a choice, and thought about maybe thought about some songs that you did not shoot a video to just yet. If you had your choice, who would probably be your top three people you would pick? Wish list.
To be honest with you, like to be honest, I don't really pay attention to the directors, and that's my bad, it's my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Little X has always been like I'm dying to work with that guy because his vision is incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like his vision is incredible. So anyone I would say outside of that, I don't pay attention to. Like I don't watch too many of the new videos, only some of them.
Mm.
And then I get tired of it quick and then cut it off.
Well, sad to say, nowadays, man, you really rarely come by some directors now that are telling stories in the videos. Like there was a good, there was a good clan of directors that now are on to making films, but to your point now, man, like a lot of the guys are kind of doing probably a bunch of guys standing in front of a house in the car, and,
because
and
yo, and it was crazy about it is that's what most videos are nowadays. That's why I don't really watch videos like that. Like it ain't no story. It's just
right.
who got the fattest ass, clap that a few times. I throw some money. I get a nice car. If my chain is big enough, is it big enough for everybody to see it? All right. Let's just do that in 4 or 5 different locations. And that'd be a video. You know what I mean? It's crazy to sound. That'd be a video. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
I that's why I don't really watch videos like that because it don't excite me. It don't impress me. I'm like, all right, it's just probably some new model chick with the fattest. Let's see that, clap that, go ahead. You know what I mean? It's not impressive. It's not that I'd be like, oh, they son told a crazy story. Hold on, you heard what he said, or let me bring that back. It's the same thing. Like if I want to see a fat ass, I'll put on the video. All right, fat ass, boom, cool. You know what I mean?
True, definitely. Yeah, you can Google that. That'll come up in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't take much. Any video now, Shorty got the fatty. That's it. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
Yeah.
There ain't no story. It ain't no storytelling. Like it ain't no like, oh, son made me just feel like, nah, bro. It's a chain is nice. Shorty got the fatty. It's a nice car. It's a Lambo or something. Or whatever it may be, whatever the new car may be, whatever. How much and that's it. Throw some money around and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely out there, and you know, it's dope that you know what you're putting out here definitely stands apart. Jasper, I've been meaning to ask you this. So as far
Yeah.
as on the visual sides, and when it comes down to he brought up an interesting point. So with catching someone's attention, holding it, and just having that story and everything, what's like your whole take on that?
Well, you know what, man? Like, so I remember there was this cat one time. He raps or whatever, and he had called me and asked if I wanted to help him shoot his video. So I get to his we meet at Starbucks, and he gives me like this whole synopsis of what he envisioned and stuff like that. And I
Hmm.
said, well, let me hear the song. And so like I hear the song, and he's actually talking about like something when his aunt got shot or something like that. And then there's this one spot in the song where he talks about like this car that she used to drive. He was riding in the back of it or something like that, and that's where he got onto the rap. And I said, you know what, man, it's you just went through a whole different story from what I just heard in this. Matter of fact, I said, man, if you wanted to do a dope video, I would do it in that car or a car that's similar to that, and you just be sitting in the back of that car. Even if we just did it where you're just sitting in the back of that car rapping and you're looking on your phone looking at your aunt, that will tell the story, man. And what happens is sometimes I think to answer your question is sometimes if you're not in tune with like what you're saying when you're saying it, then that's
Hmm.
when the connection gets lost because like you know like we said it earlier about his song about him speaking to his old lady, like literally that's an example there of a man being in tune to the moment and communicating something right there. You know, like
Yeah.
I can envision it, you can envision it, he can envision it, but like if you're like I think the problem comes in is when you know you have an artist that's probably saying something but not knowing what they're saying when they're saying it, then that's where the message gets lost, and that's when the visuals don't come into play.
Yeah. Like like I I got a song with cars and some money flashing, but it's because I'm talking about that topic.
Right.
Got you.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about that topic. So that's the topic. I'm not talking about, like you said, yo, I'm in the car and, my aunt got killed, but I got a shorty next to me clapping her ass all crazy.
Right. Right.
That don't go. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Right.
no disrespect to that artist, whatever you want to do, homeboy, do it. That's no, but I'm just saying for me, that it doesn't make sense. Yo, such and such happened to me in my life, and I saw my father get killed. Shorty next to me, I'm throwing money, big ass clapping. That
Right.
doesn't, it doesn't coincide. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
That's not what I want to do. If I'm rapping, if I'm making some music or song about that, let's get it. Let's throw the bottles, let's throw the money, let's do it because that's what I'm the topic I'm on. But if I'm on something else, like I want my visual to be that. I want you to when you think about that song, you see that visual, you see my video, you're like, oh, that's okay, I see what you're talking about.
Mm.
I mean,
Indeed, sir. So let's follow up with that and talk about your latest project.
Mhm.
So your latest project, was that 2019 or 2020?
which one? The single I just dropped?
No, the your full length project.
Oh, the Move Over You Finish project.
Yes, sir.
I dropped that last year.
Okay,
Last year.
that was like later in the year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was last year. No, 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 no. I dropped that in early last year. I remember shooting a video for it. I think it was the summertime. We shot the video, one of the videos for it. No, matter of fact, two videos we shot off of that in the summertime. So yeah, early last year.
Mm.
Yeah, early last year.
So you mentioned that you have a band camp, and
Mm-hmm.
and I know you're also doing streaming and everything. Which one you like better? You like going directly to your site as far as Bandcamp, or do you like the streaming part better?
I mean, Bandcamp is always better. That should go right in my pocket.
I kind of saw that was coming.
you would keep you would keep them streams. You know what I mean? Like, hey, streams is cool, but hey, man, Bandcamp, that go right to the wallet.
Oh man.
Shit all day. So you know what I'm gonna pick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that totally makes sense because I thought of a crazy scenario. Just imagine that you went to sleep, you woke up looking exactly the same in 1994, and then woke up. Well, let's move the pandemic out of the way, and woke up like like 2018. Now, aside from everything else that's going on, you're used to going to spots, going to radio stations. Here. Here's my CD, this, that, and third. So if you had like culture shock, let's just put it that way, like culture shock as to how things worked before and how they work now. Would you say that the old school hand to hand works a little bit better than online, or do you like the mixture of it?
It's pros and cons to it.
Okay.
I think it's pros and cons to it. Meaning, like, yeah, I always like me. I like the out the trunk or hand in hand. I like that. It's more interactive with people. But say all right, I'm out here in Long Island. I reach about 300, 400 people out here. I'm just using numbers. Say I reach 300, 400 people out here with my music out the trunk.
Okay.
Where you have it on the internet, I probably could reach somebody over in Africa.
Yeah.
Punch up a button.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I might reach somebody over in, I don't know, Egypt. You know what I mean? With punch of a button, like anywhere in the world. And it just so happened that one person is so in the music, they done let about 10 or 15 of their friends here, and they share it, and they share it, and they share it. Where you have it, if I'm just over here in my neighborhood selling the see out the trunk, my music that I think needs to be heard probably won't ever reach them in life if I'm doing it out the trunk. I would have to wait for a label to come sign me. You know what I mean? To get it over to them people.
Yeah, it sounds like it's more like the issue of access, something that
it's exactly
is,
that. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, as artists, it's kind of always been a problem because you always had to have somebody be like, okay, well, let me show you this market, or let me show you this, or that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's definitely that. It's definitely the access. It's easier with the internet to reach more people. It's just the crazy part is a click of a button.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You know what I mean? It's just a click of a button and you can reach the whole world.
Yeah.
And just like that, your song could be heard by millions and billions of people just by you clicking a button. So that's the pros of it. Like that's the dope part of it. But I out the trunk is just like it's more. I don't know. It's just more personable. It's more. I don't know. It's just for me. It's just more. I like it like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. If you're of the people and this is your people, especially like you said, picture this many people, from your hometown, that would especially be the most comfortable place to just be like, here, support me. Don't just take it because you can open up to them a little bit more. Like, I know how you do. Don't take this and leave this in your CD changer. I want you to take this, get the sleeve, the jacket or whatever, take it inside the house. Matter of fact, I'll give you two because I know you'll do it. Like, that you know who you're going to first and who you're marketing it to. So yeah, that's definitely dope. And then being able to access people all across the globe, of course, that's always a plus.
Yeah.
It's always a plus. There could be a whole country that was just waiting just to hear you.
Yeah.
It's just like where you been at,
For real. I had a friend. She lives in Florida, and she had my merch on one day, a hoodie with the mouth on it and my SDE on the back of it. And she said a guy in line. Now this is in Florida, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She said some guy behind her line tapped on her shoulder and was like, "Yo, um, that shirt, where you get it from? That sweater, where you get it from?" She was like, "Why?" She's like, "Nah, I know that shirt. Like I know that, I know the person who is that. That's a rapper. That's an artist, right?" She was like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? She's like, "Yeah, yeah, it's an artist. That's my friend." That's me. She was like, she said the dude was like, "Yeah, I know. I follow his music online." I'm like, "Wow." You know what I mean?
That's dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Wow." So like, I'm up here in New York. I don't know what's going on down in Florida. So
That's
for
why
her to call,
Charlemagne talking about
yeah,
it.
for her to call me randomly out the blue and be like, "Yo, I was just in the store." She was more excited than me. I'm like, "Calm down. Wait a minute. Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yo, are you making this up?" She's like, "Yo, what I got to say? I'm not gonna make this up. What I'm like, you ain't paying me to make this up. Like, what are you talking about?" She's like, "Yo, the dude was on me. Like, yo, he know your music. He follow your music online. He said he described you, your video, and everything." I'm like, "Wow." I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
that's dope. Love from all over, man.
All right. I said it felt good. I'm like, and that's not the first time that happened to me. You know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, I'm touching people with my music. That's the pros, I guess, of like being online. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah.
that makes complete sense. And while we got it there too, notice if y'all are watching, I'm gonna do my QVC thing right now. He has on his Monopoly Family face guard there, very dope,
Very nice.
You know it.
real
I got to
dope.
put together my team. You know what I mean?
You can check them out on his social media handles and on his website. That goes directly to the Monopoly website. Or do you have them on yours too?
I got them on mine. This goes right to it. You punch in at Monopoly Family, go right to it. All of us is on there.
Okay.
Nice.
Real dope. Real dope. I feel like you have some more to your story that you just want to get out there to the world, or it's just like, you know, like people need to know something. Are we gonna have to wait for the album, or can you give us a sneak peek into the future to let us know what's really happening?
I mean, if you go online and check out my album Broken Silence,
Mm-hmm.
you will know a whole lot about it. It's the album I put out before the Mouth album. It's
Got you.
and every song on there, anything you need to know about me, you'll be like, okay, we know
Got you.
his story now. You know what I mean? We know his story. We know what he about. Okay, say no more.
And there y'all heard it. I think you laid that out better than I could have as far as that. Now, as far as into the future, Jasper, I know you'll probably be all over this. So, as far as film, do you see yourself doing anything with film, with TV, or are there any shows or I guess you could say movie franchises that you'd like to be a part of?
I mean, I love to do movies. Like if you go on my page, my Mouth Music page,
Mm-hmm.
I was doing all kind of acting. I was doing skits.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I do like when I was doing a skit probably once a week. Like I would just uh pop up at people randomly. You know what I mean? Randomly pop up. Like my man one day he was about to get in the shower. But he was dressed. You know what I mean? He was dressed and shit. He's just setting his shit up for the shower. I popped up. He's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck you doing here?" Like, it was a joke. Like we was doing it jokingly. Like I even had it. We even had one where he was at the restaurant eating his dinner. I mean, he was at the restaurant ordering his food. So my homegirl came out, took his order. When the food come out, it's me bringing the food out with an apron on. I got my finger all in his chicken. You know what I mean?
You ain't gonna eat this.
Well, somebody try the chicken. He's like, "Yo, you got your thumb in my chicken." I'm like, "Yo, try the chicken, man. It's what I'm telling you." He's like, "Yo, before you leave, you got to give me bars." We used to call it bars. He said, "You got to give me bars." I was doing it all over. You know what I mean? Like it's popping up random places, and the acting in it was crazy. People was like, "Yo." Everyone I'll put up one every week. Still to this day, people will be like, "Yo, bro, can you please go back to doing that? Please go back to doing that." Like people looking forward to it. When I used to post them, they used to get like 2,000 views, boom, like that, like it was
Mm-hmm.
nothing, because nobody was doing it, nobody. So it was like when I stopped doing it, everybody like, "Yo, come on, son, do it, do it." So as far as acting, I'd love to get into acting. Like I would love that. I think it's fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Nice.
and that's part of the reason why I seen it because I definitely checked out your social. I'm like, yeah, like there's definitely either something brewing or this guy's just a natural. Because some people are just a natural like it,
Yeah,
especially if you're a creative, it just means you're a creative. You don't have to be just
yeah,
one thing. Like it never
Yeah,
has to be like that. Especially us as people. Us as people, we're not monolithic. So what we're able to give back to the world definitely isn't either.
it's. I mean, like if anybody came to me with a movie script, man, or this is a slight part, they better watch out because that slight part gonna take me to somewhere else. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a wrap. I'm getting in. I'm
nice.
getting in. I don't care.
Man, this was super dope, man. This was super dope. Yo, anytime you have projects, want to promote anything, hit either one of us up, hit both of us up. You can pop up, deliver the mail if you want to one day. Play a prank on me.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. Word.
But definitely, Jasper. You have anything else, my man? My man.
Not much, man. Just enjoyed having you and talking with you, man. And it's always a pleasure when you can talk with someone that has a story, man. I think too for some of the younger artists, man, they need to also kind of hear that vibe that you share as well, man. Because do you question I would have? Do you ever mentor younger artists? Do younger artists come to you and kind of ask from some of your because you got a good bit of experience in the game too, man.
I, I know, like, it's a few young guys that love my music, and I always talk to them, and I just tell them, man, like, just stay focused, stay true to yourself, and just stay writing, and just know your business, man. You gotta like, and that was a big thing with me. But I'm still learning now because I'm the type of artist. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like doing paperwork and all that stuff. I just want to create music and put music out. Yeah, of course I want to get paid for it, but I want to put. Well, I got that now. So when people in position to make sure I'm right. But overall, you still have to know your business. I don't care who you are. That's just part of this game. You never know. It'd be the person closest to you that'll do you the dirtiest. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yes.
So you got to know that. So that's what I tell them, man. Always create, stay true to yourself, and just learn your business, man. I don't care how aggravating, how small the fine print is. Don't sign nothing until you actually know what it is. If you don't know, listen, take it to somebody who do know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never know. You've been assigned something look good. You've been assigned your life away, man, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's real good advice. I mean,
Yeah.
it's something that if it were like the top 10, I think it would be like number one. Be
Yeah.
like you said, be yourself and make sure you're doing your business right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely, man.
Hey, though, man. Like, I say this, and I definitely say this again. I think what you're doing is good work here, man, and we're definitely gonna promote it. As far as the stations, my station has been down personally, but we're gonna get that back up and running. YouTube's a little funny too. Even
Yeah.
though we having this interview right now, if we would have just been like, yeah, so can we play the song, like 10, 15 minutes later,
Get the
YouTube be like,
claim.
your account has been deactivated.
What?
I mean, they
Damn.
do it to me too, man. Like
Yeah.
there's instrumentals Doc gives me that it's like clearly I know Doc Freeman and they send me a claim. It's like really like
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn. Want it like that?
Yeah, they really do play games sometimes, man. But it's all good though.
Damn. I ain't even know that, man.
Yeah.
But we definitely got you in rotation. I build these playlists, these bars on bars playlists, and I think it'll definitely be perfect for it. And there's another one that's an infusion, of course, hip hop, R&B, and stuff like that. I think I'm definitely gonna add your new single in there. And
Okay.
yeah, I would recommend everybody out there too. If you're gonna stream, go Title. Um, if you're gonna support him 100%, go to his Bandcamp. What's the address to your Bandcamp again?
It's Mouth Music.
Mouth
Mouth Music
Music.
One. Or Mouth Music One's on Bandcamp, on Instagram, on at Mouth Music, MOUF Music. On Facebook, it's MOUF Mouth Music page. On Twitter, it's Foul Mouth One. Man, come on down, get you some good music, man.
Man, yo, make sure y'all do that. And like next Sunday, same time, same place, y'all. Sunday,
All right.
9 p.m. Who abouts? And of course, Thursdays. Thursdays, y'all, I'm gonna start rolling Thursdays back to 9 p.m. instead of 11 p.m. It's kicking me. It's kicking me in my ass right now. So gotta stay on schedule. Gotta stay on schedule. But I'll send that out in the announcements. But for everybody that is watching now, for who will be watching later, definitely want to say thank you. Keep supporting your creatives, and stay inspired. Be inspired. Stay inspired. We'll see y'all next time.
All right, man. I want to thank y'all for having me, man. Bless up, salute, brothers.
Hey,
Absolutely.
likewise, brother.
Absolutely, man.
All right, y'all fellas have a good night, man.
You
All
too.
right, you too, fam.
All right.